Liverpool 4, Newcastle 0. Merry Christmas and RAFA. I knew you wouldn't let me down, bruv. I knew you would come through. That was a nice, relaxed Boxing Day watch, bruv.
It's nice to say. That's half. I think today was the official halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
Because obviously the next wave of fixtures start again now. But yeah, like, that was just a nice performance. I mean, from the time that he left Rondon on the bench, I was like, but yeah, man, that's nice. I mean, to be honest, Newcastle 5 at the back. And then so it trying to invite pressure. We got the goal nice and early. Obviously, the prolific Lovren, prolific.
That's a bad boy for Lovren, that. What a bullet. Tekkers.
Yeah, it was Tekkers.
You know about that?
I didn't. I didn't know about that. It's not, what do I know? I did not know about that. But I thought Bondar was the usual performance, what you'd expect. I thought, to be honest, all game I was getting quite frustrated with. There's a few people in particular that were frustrating. I thought Trent was frustrating today. I thought his quality wasn't, again, it's just nitpicking, but I was like, quality-wise, I was a bit like, oh, you're better than that. Sadio, it was just frustrating because he gets himself and he makes these mad runs and you think to yourself, oh, he's rated. And then he gets into the position and it's a heavy touch and you're just like, come on. Because he kind of puts that game to bed a little bit sooner and allows you to relax a little bit. And Henderson as well, I just, for me, I'm just like, I'm not sure. But then second half, when we were bossing that game and we needed a few goals, all 3 were involved at some stage. So you can't really be too negative, if at all. You've got a clean sheet, you've won, you're top of the league, and then it's around the others around you. It's up to them now to do what they got to do, and then you see what happens.
What about Newcastle's tactics though? Because for me, I expected Newcastle, even though I expected Rafa to come through and help us. Obviously, he wasn't going to, but I expected him to be very defensive and really tight, and it was going to be very tough for Liverpool to break through. But there was times where Liverpool had loads of gaps to work within. I don't know, wasn't it too bad for you? But
it almost looked like he wanted to try and just go attack versus defence. I know that in the sense that he's gone 5 at the back, and then to sort of say, right, these 5 are going to defend, the rest go and get an opportunity, just go and try and score a goal, and then that will try and bank on it. Because that's what it looked like. It didn't look like it was going to be like banks or anything like that. It was like, right, boom, these 5 are going to defend, and then if we can, we're going to go and try and score. We're going to go and try and make a goal, be open. And to be honest, that's what I made it look like to me, and it was a risky game to play, and it looked like that from the beginning. But getting the goal relatively early was a big thing for us, because if we didn't, I can imagine it could have got quite frustrating, because they would have got a lot more into the game as time went on. But yeah, tactically, I was a bit surprised. I thought there would be a lot more compact and a lot more, harder to sort of get through, but they really weren't. So
the difference for me is when you're watching our Liverpool game. Before, you could tell if the other team scored one goal, 2 goals, it could be curtains. We could start panicking. But Liverpool now, you almost it's like an expectancy that they're gonna see this game out and they're gonna win the game. Now that's how I feel as a fan, and it's been a long time since Liverpool fans have had that. But now, even when the game was 1-0, I was thinking we should be able to see this out now. I think this is the difference from previous years and previous seasons, is that we can actually see games out now and have that control of the game. Because once again, even against, I know we differed against the Wolves performance, but once again, I think Liverpool were in full control, and I just believed that we were going to win this game, even as soon as the first goal went in. I don't know if that's just me or you feel the same.
Well, I think we needed a goal, but I think tactically Newcastle were sort of playing into our hands a little bit, so you did kind of get that feeling. But it's just a nice position to be in, to know that you can rotate the squad around like you did today. My only thing would be, if you're a young player trying to come through at Liverpool, there's no point. Obviously Trent is an example that would be like the sort of blueprint. But then if you're like a Solanke, if I'm Solanke today, or I don't even think he was on the bench, but these younger players, you're probably thinking to yourself,
even Origi,
yeah, we're 3-0 up. We're 2-0 up, 3-0 up. The other team hasn't even broken into our own box, and I'm not getting on. That's
what I'm saying. There's loads of times today where you could have put somebody on for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. Where's the Woodburn's gone and all these kind of.
Well, they're obviously out on loan and stuff. Of course,
I get that, but these opportunities here are players that you could put. Previous managers try youngsters.
But I guess I think on the flip side to that, playing devil's advocate would be, we've never been in a situation previously where we've had someone like a Sturridge who's typically been a starter coming on for the last 10 just to get minutes. Yeah. So I guess in that situation you can turn around and be like, right, well, Klopp's now got rid of that need of young players, and we've got proven players, a proven squad, and it makes it that people are a lot more hungrier to come in and play. And equally in the transfer market now, like we've proved, we only go out and get people that are going to either start or be pushing to start. So I guess that's the other argument. But thinking longevity, I'm thinking it doesn't encourage young players to want to play for us. We saw what happened at Man City. Sancho was like, well, if I'm not playing, I'm going to go. And I guess that's the problem we have now with someone like a Wilson. If he comes back off loan, is there going to be a clear route for him into the first team? Probably not at the minute. So I'm probably thinking, well, what's the point of me being here then? I'll go to Europe and and do something like that. So that's the only thing. But that's a nice headache, if anything, to think to yourself, well, we're in a situation where we are challenging, which is what all Liverpool fans have wanted. We're not sitting here saying we have to win it, but we want it to be challenging. And it's nice to know at the halfway point we've got a barrier between us and the teams that are in second and third. So.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to point out was Robertson. Like, I know he gets digged out about how he attacks and gets round and gets crosses in. There's I think 2 goals today. It came from Robertson basically whipping the ball straight back in first time, and ball bouncing back out and just keeping the pressure on the defence. I think it had to be credit for him, because sometimes people say he doesn't do enough. He comes back in a lot.
Credit, granted, but this is 3 weeks in a row now. I've seen him make mistakes in costly areas, and we've not been punished for it. But that's 3 weeks in a row that he's done it, and I think it is confidence. He's got, but it's probably getting a little bit overconfident. Don't get too confident. He's trying to take a touch, go back in towards his own goal, and I'm like, if he loses the ball there against the Man City, you probably argue he wouldn't do it against Man City, or but he done it against Wolves. He done it against United, I think it was, when he took that heavy touch at the back post. I'm just like, whoa, everyone likes what you're doing, and it's good that you want to try and improve, but don't get overconfident and start killing the team and putting them into dangerous positions. So that's, as much as you're right, and it is credit where credit's due on that front, but don't forget you're a defender first. So make sure you cover that side of it and don't take unnecessary risks, because against the bigger sides, they'll punish you. Fact.
So what do you reckon about in terms of man of the match performances? Who stood out for you? I mean, what about Big Shaq's performance? He had missed an earlier chance, but then he came back and I felt the game was a pest, to be honest.
Yeah, he was a pest. The front three were a pest the whole game.
Firmino, I thought Firmino had a good game. You had a different opinion.
I don't think he did. I thought
there was some nice touches in Firmino.
Yeah,
good
but
turns.
he gave the ball away. He gave the ball away a lot. Mane was really unfortunate, because I think if he gets a couple of goals, everyone's going to be like, what a game he's had, because his runs were phenomenal.
He was frustrating today.
It's frustrating, but sadly Mane is a frustrating player, but he is good. It's difficult to pick a man of the match, to be brutally honest with you.
I'm going to go out there and say Lovren, because first of all, he kicked the goals off with that amazing strike, and then he didn't really put a step wrong. I think he had a few chances even ahead of Fabinho.
He battered their centre forwards today.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually give it to Lovren. I mean, for his goal and his performance all around, he played a pretty good game. But then again, it was a very easy fixture to do. I mean, let's be honest.
But then saying that, typically we've always, that's when someone will switch off. So that's a fair shout.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Lovren. You agree?
Yeah, you go with that. I'd probably. Yeah, I mean, you have it. I can't even think of one. I actually couldn't tell you somebody that for me stood out. So that's a fair shout.
Yeah. So the next 2 games coming up, they are important. We've known about the other results happening around us, and like we said, we have got some breathing room. But these games are big. The Arsenal game and obviously the Man City game. So away to Man City as well. I mean, do you feel confident about these, or how are you feeling going into these games?
But I don't think you could. I mean, confidence is probably the wrong thing. Arsenal's a team that it was a bit like when Liverpool were playing against Arsenal when Arsenal were at the top. You're always worried about Liverpool and vice versa, because they have firepower. Aubameyang looks like he's a man he's on another planet at the moment. He's just so confident, and same for Lacazette. Both of them they're playing with so much confidence, which is something they weren't doing in previous regimes. So my only concern would be those little mistakes that we've just talked about. Trent being a little bit off it. Robbo making a couple of little stupid mistakes.
It'd be a good test. I mean, Aubameyang versus VVD would be a fantastic test, and Lacazette, I think, would. Yeah.
I would never say I'm confident going to these sort of fixtures, but
being at home.
Yeah, but I'm content, because I think we've. Content is probably the way to put it, is because I'm like, right, we're top of the league and we're unbeaten, so you can't be any happier than that. So I'm content in going into these games, confident. I'm never confident, but I'm excited. I could go into that game saying, right, this will be a good game.
Okay, until the next one. So we'll see you for the Arsenal game. Merry Christmas, everybody, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Peace.